Here comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Good morning and welcome to The Edge here in ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius and thank you for joining me in the program for today, Monday, September 2nd, 2024. This program is also being carried live via our social media platforms. You can follow us on our YouTube channel at ZIZ Online and via Facebook at ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation. The numbers to call when we open the phone lines are 465-2555, that's 465-2555, or 718-577-2916. And you can also call us at 662-8674. That is 662-8674. Good afternoon and good evening to those of you who are listening from other parts of the world. And thank you for joining me on the program for today. Now, I just want to share some information with you before we open the phone lines, and let's have an open discussion for today. So, investments have been made to ensure that So, during the summer break, in the latter part of the summer break, upgrades were made to the Keon High School in an effort to get it ready for the start of the school year. But I think I'm seeing some recent notice that it's not yet ready. I think they have some mold issue there. But efforts were made to get the school ready ahead of the school year, which starts today, or the new school year, which starts today, to welcome back teachers and students. Now, giving an overview of the scope of work that is currently being undertaken, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, who also has responsibility for education, said, "We had quite a lot of work or construction taking place here. In fact, we invested more than $1 million in the school thus far, and this is just the beginning of the work that we intend to do at the Keon High School and other schools, as renovation has been part of the priority." The Education Minister noted that despite a minor setback a few weeks ago due to Tropical Storm Ernesto, they remain on target to complete the necessary work to facilitate the reopening of the school on September 2nd. The school was closed earlier in the year to address a number of health and infrastructural concerns that arose after years of neglect. Quote, "Everything should be in place," Dr. Hanley said, and he thanked those from the maintenance unit at the Ministry of Education for their hard work and all of the various contractors who are working together in ensuring that this project is done. The Prime Minister was also there, and he commended the team at the Ministry of Education for their work in assisting to restore the Keon High School to a safe and comfortable setting for both students and teachers. The Prime Minister stated that a significant amount of money invested in this project was done, quote, to make sure that the health environment at the school is as optimal as possible, end quote. Dr. Drew noted that the investment made in the Keon High School over the past year and a half was the most significant in the last decade, emphasizing the government's commitment to ensuring the school receives the necessary resources just like any other institution. St. Kitts and Nevis on Wednesday, 29th August 2024, Her Excellency Dr. Mutris Williams brought congratulatory greetings on behalf of St. Kitts and Nevis to His Excellency Robert Ray, Canada's permanent representative to the UN and the newly elected President of the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. This council, one of the primary organs of the UN, deals with economic, social, cultural, and health matters, as well as human rights and fundamental freedoms. It also coordinates the work of the UN and its specialized agencies. Ambassador Ray, who is no stranger to the Federation, welcomed Ambassador Williams at Canada's permanent mission and pledged to work more closely together to strengthen bilateral relations between both countries in the forum. His Excellency used the opportunity to share the priorities of his chairmanship. The ambassador also indicated that he would focus global attention on gender equality, inclusion, artificial intelligence, the displacement of peoples, including the Caribbean, and financing for sustainable development. Ambassador Williams extended a warm Kittian and Nevisian invitation on behalf of the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs to Ambassador Ray to visit the Federation for Sugar Mass in December. She also conveyed the Federation's gratitude to outgoing High Commissioner, Her Excellency Lillian Chatterjee, a long-serving friend of the region. It's 10 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll open the phone lines to hear from you, our listeners. Stay tuned, and I'll be right back.
Hey, have you heard about the water shortage in our area?
Yeah, it's pretty serious. I've been trying to conserve water as much as possible.
Me too. I've started taking shorter showers and turning off the faucet when I brush my teeth.
Look, that's great. Another way to save water is to fix any leaks in your house.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. How much water can a leak waste?
A small leak can waste up to 20 gallons of water daily, which can really add up over time.
Wow, that's a lot. And I have to check for any leaks in my house.
But another good tip is to only run your dishwasher and washing machine when they are full to save water and energy.
I'll keep that in mind. It's important that we all do our part to conserve water, especially during this shortage.
Absolutely. Every drop counts.
This message was brought to you by the St. Kitts Water Services Department. Learn more at water.gov.kn.
Hello, welcome back to The Edge and ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining the program for today, or for tuning in. The phone lines are open, and we take your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916, or you can call us at 662-8674. That is 662-8674. Call and lend your voice to the conversation at hand for today here on The Edge, looking to have an open discussion. We have our first call for this morning, so we'll take this call. Hello, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice weather.
Yes, it is. How are you doing today?
Not too bad.
All right.
How was your weekend?
It was great. It was great.
Okay, a political program like no other. Timothy and his brother is on headline. Do so much, and after the election, 10 men in one went down government headquarters. No, he lose what he went for. So no headline for him and the others. Timothy born here, not a half foreigner. Coming back. See you.
I like you. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, and the phone lines remain open. 465-2555 or 718-577-2916, or the cell number 662-8674. I'm not sure what that was, but nevertheless, thank you for your contribution, caller. I always look forward to it. The phone lines are open. I want to have a discussion. We'll open it, so you can call in and raise any matter of national importance, giving you the opportunity to do so. Today is the beginning of the school year, the start of the school year. Tertiary, secondary, primary, and the preschool level are all back out to school today. I believe for some, they will start school tomorrow. I think most of the private schools. But for public schools here in St. Kitts and Nevis, today is the start of the new academic school year, 2024 to 2025. And so some students are entering primary and high school for the very first time. And the Ministry of Education is also welcoming back teachers who, of course, have been in the profession for some time and are welcoming new teachers to the fraternity after undergoing some training, I believe, in the early part, over the summer vacation. I think that would have been July, June, around that time. Every year they have the prospective teachers training course. Yes, this prospective teachers training course where you must undergo training before you can enter a classroom, and then afterwards, I think 2 years or so, you are encouraged to go off to CFPC to get the additional training or formal training. So congratulations to the students who are entering a new grade. Congratulations to those of you who sat exams at the primary level and at the secondary level, that being the CXC CISEC, and then those at the tertiary level, the CXC CAPE. Congratulations to those of you on passing your subjects, and to those of you who did not pass, keep trying. It's not the end of the world. Some people make it out to seem that when you fail the first time at your subjects, then you're doomed, and there is absolutely nothing that you can do to redeem yourself. That is a lie from the pit of hell, right? So keep trying, stay in your books, study hard, and stay committed to what you want to achieve. But just remember, if you fail the first time, it's not the end, but you have to keep trying. You got to be serious about it, or else you're not going to pass. So kudos to the teachers who are back out to school. They play a very important role in the development of our children. They have them for basically the entire day, and so they now have to not only act as teachers, but they have to act as doctors and nurses and lawyers and whatsoever, whatever it is. So teachers, thank you for all that you do, and continue to do the great work that you have been doing. It's 17 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour, and the phone lines remain open. Call us and lend your voice to the conversation. In the meantime, I wanted to share some information again on a recent update from the Prime Minister regarding efforts to regarding the Climate Smart Hospital and the Bastia High School. These are two major capital projects that the population, I would say, are anticipating to be completed, especially the Bastia High School. This one has been talked about, I would say, even too much, in the sense that it's about a decade now since the school has been closed, and students have been in temporary locations. And so they have given their commitment to complete the school. So Dr. Drew, during the roundtable discussion with members of the media on the 27th of August, he said that this will be a project that would take approximately 3 years and would employ hundreds of people. The project is, of course, under the responsibility of the Minister of Education and Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. And so we know, I think it was earlier this year, they excavated and cleaned out the area because they've taken the decision to reconstruct the school at the same location. And so they've done all of that. Now it is for construction to begin, and it is for construction to begin very soon. The Prime Minister also updated on the Climate Smart Hospital. So Dr. Drew said that the Climate Smart Hospital is set to embody the government's dedication to creating a sustainable island state, incorporating innovative technologies designed to withstand the challenges posed by climate change, while providing top-tier medical care to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. In addition, Dr. Drew provided a significant update on the Bastia High School. He said about 2 months ago, the Deputy Prime Minister presented the plan in Parliament and gave an update. And since then, they have gotten some approvals for continuation, and it is a very advanced project. The Bastia High School, like the Climate Smart Hospital, is two major capital projects to commence here in St. Kitts and Nevis. But as I mentioned, people, I think we're at the stage where we just don't want to continue to hear about them anymore. We want to see them being constructed, and I believe that is the view and opinion of the general population in St. Kitts and Nevis. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. The phone lines are open and we're taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Or you can call us on our cell number at 662-8674. That's 662-8674. Still on the reopening of school, still on the opening of school. As I mentioned, some schools will open tomorrow, but that is more so for the private schools. Now, this is for the students who attend the Keon High School. It says that all students enrolled in the Keon High School are asked to gather at the Keon Primary School. Well, this notice was actually for 8 a.m. So students of the Keon High School gathered or were expected to gather for 8:30 a.m. to facilitate their transportation to the Keon Moravian Church at 9 for General Assembly. Orientation for first form students will take place at the Keon Primary School. Laptop distribution for third form students will be conducted at the primary school starting at 2 p.m. today. So again, laptop distribution for third form students of the Keon High School will be conducted at the Keon Primary School starting at 2 p.m. today, Monday, September 2nd. There is still the laptop distribution. The laptop program is still ongoing within the schools across the Federation, and this is geared towards getting children ready for the school year, the new school year. We're moving ahead with the times, and so there are a number of schoolwork that would have to be completed using a device, and so that is why they've taken the decision to have the laptops distributed to the students. I'm not certain if it's only for third form students, but the notice here is saying third form, so perhaps it's third form to fifth form for those who would actually need them to complete their different assignments and SBAs and all of that. But again, that is today at 2 p.m. for those parents and students who may not be aware of that. laptop distribution. It is 22 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation here on The Edge. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
ZIZ Radio, entertaining the nation, enjoyed by the world.
The National Emergency Management Agency's NEMA flagship program From Danger to Safety is back this hurricane season. Tune in every other Tuesday from 1 to 1:30 in the afternoon on ZIZ. Join us live as NEMA partners and subcommittee reps discuss their roles before, during, and after disasters. Get essential disaster preparedness tips, and for the first time, interact live by calling in with your questions and comments. Tune in every other Tuesday to From Danger to Safety, live on ZIZ Radio, Facebook, and YouTube, with a rebroadcast on ZIZ Television at 8 o'clock in the evening. Don't miss it.
Every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., ZIZ Radio goes into overdrive with the Magic Fingers Ronnie Rascal Mega Mix Show. You heard? Lock your dial to 96.1 FM. It's the show that brings the vibes to your Saturday afternoon lime, bar hopping, party hangouts, or just driving around. You don't want to miss the Saturday Mega Mix Show. You don't want to miss the Saturday Mega Mix Show. It's old school and new school remixes by yours truly, Magic Fingers Ronnie Rascal, every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. ZIZ Radio.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, your host for today. The phone lines are open and we are taking your calls here in the program 465-2555. I believe we have some callers on the line, so yeah, we'll take this call. Hello, you're on the air, caller. Good morning.
Morning, greeting. Thanks for taking our call.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to step on what you're there, you know. First thing we want to do is pick up all the September born babies. Everybody's here. Okay. The children, just talk about babies, children. The school session starts again. We want to wish everyone who inside the teachers and the children, we want to wish everyone the best. You know?
Mm-hmm.
No. Children, you got some children, not all, of course not. You got some children school children who take the...
Okay, we lost that caller. Please call us back at 465-2555 or 662-8674. 662-8674 or 465-2555. We're taking your calls here on The Edge for Monday, September 2nd, 2024. I think we have some callers coming in. Okay, we'll take this call. Hello, caller. Caller,
Again.
good morning. You're on the air.
Back to school in better shoes. You could not pick out what you want, nothing like now. I was just going to ask you about the high school, where it will be.
The Keyon High School?
No, the high school. I thought what that you're talking about.
Oh, the Barcia High School?
Yes.
So it'll be at the same location.
Also, they scrapped the other one,
What other one?
what they were preparing.
I'm not sure what you're talking
You
about.
see, you wasn't around. You get a good laugh. I see you get a good laugh. Anyway, the $1,000 they promised children. It's so weird. Children won't get 1,000, and the parents can't even get 500. They said they would have give 6. Where is it 1,005? Stop fooling people.
What do you mean?
What is that?
The $1,000 is going into an account. It's not money
But
going
that account
directly
you
to the
can't trouble it
children.
as you like. Give the parents, let them buy the children thing. That's only talks to make people say they're so good. They're not so good. Laugh again, I can watch you.
All right, Colin. Thank you for your contribution. The $1,000 is for an account for the children. It's not cash that they're gonna give to the children or parents. We have a caller. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Devon.
Yes, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good man. Who gave you a joke?
the caller before, man, they got me cracking up.
Oh, okay. Now, let me say something here, Devon.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in a house and everybody in the house medically has been affected from whatsoever is in the house, and you all have to move out, and all in the yard has been affected with whatever it is, causing people to move from there, would you go back there, go build another house?
If I go back there to build another house?
You break down the one what caused the people them to be affected, and go build another house there upon the same land?
Well, what I would do is run some tests, make sure that there's nothing wrong with the area, or perhaps it was a case that the building itself was not good, and that was probably making them sick.
Yeah, well, I can tell you something. The whole environment of that place where that old building was, you shouldn't call it old because it was started construction 1957 before the grammar school went there. And the whole complex of that place there has been affected by whatsoever is in the environment, causing people to sick, not only internally, but out, externally, all on hand and back and neck and face and all kind of thing. One government minister, former government minister, he said he had to take his son to Puerto Rico twice from problems developed of that school. Anyway, enough of that there for me now. Let me go here with the smart hospital. A smart hospital is only when the performance of the employees in the hospital is up to 5-star professional operations, not the building. And I said it more than once, and other people have said it too. There is nothing wrong with Joseph N. France Hospital building. If there's anything, what he should do is to make sure he check on the professional people, the people who are supposed to be professional in there, make sure that they do their work professionally and properly. Because it is said out on the sidewalks that a patient went there recently complaining for pains in his stomach. And whatever they did, they told the patient to go back home. And the patient did overnight. All because of a ruptured appendicitis. It is said on the sidewalks, So, here is where the smartness in a hospital comes in. The work, the performance of the people, not the building. And Joseph N. France Hospital, it has more than room in the north of it, in the backyard up there. More than room, Devon. Could put up any kind of 3-floor building, 2-floor, 4-floor, whatever it is. And then he don't need to go down and take up no more land to say he's going to build a new smart hospital. You don't need that. But you see, what happened, I realize, and a lot of people realize, that the Prime Minister, he does a lot of talking. And like the Bible said, sounding brass and tinkling cymbals. That's what he does a lot. He could talk long and talk plenty. And I hope and I wish that he would learn to come to his proper senses and put all iniquity aside against anybody. The country belongs to all of us, and he's the Prime Minister for the whole Federation. And nobody in government opposition supposed to hold iniquity in the heart for one another. Throw that aside. We need to push the country aside. CAS, country above self, all hands on deck.
All right.
Whatever we want done in this country, call everybody. Don't discriminate against anybody. Thank you, Devon.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution to the program. Let's head back to the phone lines and we'll take this call. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning.
A pleasant good morning to you, Mr. Cornelius. Hope you had a blessed weekend.
Yes, I did. And you?
I did not do too much, but I did enjoy.
All right.
Yes, I am so happy that the schools have now reopened, because you would have seen the kids all about, which I mean, it took time for a break. And then to see some of the things that the kids would have been doing would put you in a halt. And imagine that there's a principle put in by the Ministry of Education, which is so disturbing to me. As I looked at the children boarding the school bus this morning, you know that honestly, you couldn't even tell who's boy or girl. You would have to look down at their attire. Because the young boys, them all of them, they got the best hairdo, you know, well shaped, square up, and the hair flat up in design and so. Going to school because it was allowed, let them come to school like that. They need to, things would change, but they need to go back to the proper principle, which is called grooming yourself. And no wonder you see they would do it, because if you're watching the government ministry, all of them, I'm speaking from head to toe, meaning from the top to the bottom. You watch how they dress themselves, go to work. No wonder the children, they're going to dress. And they buy new shoes and it's small. It tell them walk up until late Sunday night, gunning up the pants like they come from Jamaica, as they would use as the slang, you know. Very much out of order. They need to put back that standard of dress code for school. If I respect certain people's religion, if you're Rastafari, and as long as they're properly groomed, which was in place for years, when there was a tension of getting that out of order. They don't want that in school, and then there was a little query on that, and it has been approved at this. Now, is everybody do as you like, as long as you attend school. Nonsense for the standard of the schooling, but when you watch some of the ministers, then we a toy when I put on short pants and jacket and kind of tropical socks. You want to know their Steve local family. They got to set atmosphere from starting head of the table. And that is my contribution. Young ladies in a hipster pants, you want to know if it's tight, they're going jogging and these black bedroom shoes. When they went to look the jobs, they never dressed like that. They had on stockings and properly groomed. And as soon as they have cleared probation, they go wild. And if that is the standard, what do you expect? And what, after they come in and do these things, what do you expect to come out of the young people when they leave? Especially the young men. Then they look properly. The tight up pants you want to know if a tight they got on to. And talking, and parents too, you know, they're to be blamed.
All right,
because if I had one child, they would have never ever dressed like that. Otherwise, you're going to find your own fire, you're going in the horizon where people escape from. And security guard is very tight. Have a blessed day, and that's my contribution.
You too, and thank you for your contribution to the program. Let's head back to the phone lines and we'll take this call. You're on the air. Good morning.
Greetings forward, you. Do forgive the abrupt ending just a while ago.
All right.
The credit going on. And give thanks to the little angel who tapped me out. Okay, with the way we were saying that you got some children who take delight in working tricks on their parents. They are in front of their parents. They are like angels. When they are not in the presence of the parents, some of them do it all in the presence of the parents. Some of them bare faces like that. But a lot of them hide and play tricks. And when they are not in the presence of their parents, they are like little devils. They do all kind of things. Do and say all kind of things. So, parents, you all need to pay attention to that, tap in on that, make inquiries about your children, and make sure that they flex how they ought to flex as children. Yeah? Okay. The next thing is what we notice, the children, them, just like big people, them is part of the nastiness. Them litter here and there and almost everywhere. So, we need programs in school. I think they call it civics. Like something like that, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes, following
you.
Yeah.
We need programs in school to instill something in them that is called cleanliness. At home, on the street, wherever they be, they observe that and don't be part of the nasty set. Otherwise, we'll have a continuation, generation after generation, with the nastiness. Yeah? Okay, we should have started here, but we're going to fit it in anyhow. When children born, when they come off at the breast, they say me suck my mother breast for till me 5. Anyhow, when them come off of the breast and start to eat out of the pot, the mentality seems to change. They become different. They become, as small as they be, them become like big people who eating out of the pot long time. And we notice that it's not pretty. The kind of eating, the kind of things that people are consuming, starting from small, we want to direct it from children. There need to be a change in that, because we are what here? We see how people eat, and we know that eating patterns have a lot to do with how people think and how people act. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps not everyone, but most people.
Right.
And it is the reason for a lot of unpleasant flexing in our society, the way people are eating and drinking. There needs to be a change in that. ASAP. Because the situation not pretty, and if it continue that way, it's going to get uglier. Give thanks to the time.
All right, caller, thank you for your contribution. Let's take one more call and then we'll take a break. You're on the air, caller. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, and how are you?
I am doing well. And what about you?
I'm okay.
All right.
The caller before, I'm agree with the caller before this one, with the dressing, the cold dressing in school. If you look at then and look at now, which one would you prefer? The way how the school used to go then and now. Which one will you prefer? I think you'll prefer then, not now. As the caller point out that you can even know difference between men, the boys, or the girls. You have to look down to see how they dress, and sometimes when you look down how they dress, you don't even realize, because ladies wear pants too. So you don't even know the difference. And I mean, right schools. There, the school should have a discipline. You going to school?
Not in schools. I've never seen a lady wear pants in any of our secondary and primary schools.
Okay, but what I'm saying that the government should put down is this is school. They're responsible for this school. the school, you put them as this code. And who don't like it, well, don't send your child there. You know, you have to know the difference. This is where they start. If you don't start here in school, break them in. This is you go in school. This is where when you get older, you do what you want to do. I remember when I used to go to school, we used to paint. We had a teacher from Molyneux, a teacher named Miss Charles. And when we paint our fingernails in red, she said, we had to, at school, you had to put out your fingernails to see if it's well groomed. And when you put out your hands and you say, why you paint your fingernails red? Teacher, this is modern days. That's what we used to tell her. This in our days, we used to tell her this is modern days. She said, modern days, modern hell. And what you think by now? The children, them, they just feel like, the parents, you want to go, they don't even telling you go to school. Mommy, I'm not going to school today. All right, me not feel good. And that close it off. So they have, they make their own decision. You can't, once ago, you can't make your own decision. The parents say you have to do that. You have to go. But not now. Everybody do as they like. I'm agree, and again, I'm agree with the caller before 100%. Next thing I have to say, Tengiz had a party commissioner. Now they have a dreaming prime minister. Because all that the prime minister do is dreaming, not reality. He is the first dreaming prime minister, Tengiz had. The rest of them was reality. And I know you don't like to hear it, so all the best for the day. Bye.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll take your calls here on The Edge. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Grace be to you and the peace be multiplied from God the Father and our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. We are blessed to be hosting the Sound of Praise, our early morning gospel program, right here on ZIZ Radio. It's a morning of great gospel music, inspirational features, and the uncompromised Word of God, which is basic instructions before leaving earth, and much more. Join ZIZ Radio from 3 to 6 in the morning, Monday to Friday, for the Sound of Praise. Hallelujah!
My hallelujah!